Hello guys and welcome to the channel. So today I want to talk about El Clasico, how it's going to be taking place on December 18th, which will be on a Wednesday. So it was originally supposed to be on week 10, which was this coming Saturday on October 26th. But the thing is, it has been postponed. Like I made an earlier video about this like about a week ago. But right now it has been officially confirmed that it's going to be on December 18th. And the reason why it has been postponed is because there has been a lot of political unrest at Barcelona. La Liga suggested that they should have El Clasico on Saturday, October 26th, but instead of having El Clasico at Barcelona, they should have it at the Santiago Bernabeu, so at Real Madrid. But both Real and Barca rejected that offer. They didn't want that to happen. La Liga also suggested that they should play on December 4th. And it says right here, so it could protect the economic interest of other clubs. Which basically means, like, if you don't know what that basically means that there's going to be Copa games throughout that time when Barca and Real Madrid are playing. And if Barca and Real Madrid are playing in El Clasico, that means a lot of viewers are going to be looking away from the Copa and watch El Clasico, and it's going to take away the TV money from the Copa. And La Liga doesn't like that. And so that's why they say, let's do it December 4th instead of December 18th, because on December 18th, there's going to be a lot of Copa games, and La Liga just isn't agreeing with that schedule. But as of now, the game is going to be played on December 18th, Real Madrid versus Barcelona at Barcelona on December 18th. So even though there has been a lot of debate that it should be played at Real Madrid or they should play it on a different date, it's just what matters the most is that it's going to be played on December and it's not going to be played on October when there's a lot of violence going on in Catalonia, in Barcelona. Because at the end of the day, all I want is safety for the teams and the fans, because we just don't want violence happening inside the stadium or outside the stadium. So it's good that we're having it pushed back into December. Probably the only really bad thing that I don't like about it being pushed into December and having the El Clasico be during the weekday is that I'm going to be having school on Wednesday and I'm going to be in school when the Clasico is playing. But the thing is, I'm probably most likely going to skip school and come and go home to go watch the Clasico, because that's just who I am. So now that we have the Real Madrid game happening in December, if we look at the matches that are going to happen in December, it's going to be very tough. I'm going to have a picture right here on the screen. So we need to be very careful how we approach these games. So if you see how Borussia Dortmund is playing in November but not December, I still want to point that out because that just caught my eye, because Dortmund is playing literally right before we're playing against Atletico Madrid. So let's just start with Dortmund. So when we start playing against Dortmund, I do think that Messi and Griezmann should start against Borussia Dortmund. And then going against Atletico Madrid, we should be rotating Suarez and Dembele in the front three. Then against Mallorca, look, listen, I know that it's not that easy to play against Mallorca. Like, Mallorca literally just beat Real Madrid 1-0 about a week ago. But this is probably the only time and probably the easiest game where players can have rest. And we could sit back a little bit just so we could get our mental health and physical health and come in stronger after the game against Mallorca. So on that game, I would have Messi, Suarez, and Ansu Fati and have Griezmann rest until the 70th minute and then have Griezmann come in for Messi. Then we can have Vidal or Rakitic come in as a sub and switch in for Busquets or Arthur, and then have De Jong play in defensive mid. So it's all about rotating here, right? We have to rotate. We have to keep putting players in, players out, because December is very compact and dense where you're going to have to require a lot of physical health. And then going to the game against Inter Milan, that's when we go full force. So after all that rotating, I really do believe that right after the Inter game, or during the Inter game, right, we should have Messi, Griezmann, and Suarez up top, and then have Arthur, De Jong, and Busquets in the midfield. And on the back, we should have Semedo, Piqué, Lenglet, and Jordi Alba, and Ter Stegen as goalkeeper. And then the only three subs that we should make is have Dembele switch in for Griezmann, and then have Vidal switch in for Busquets or Arthur, and then have Umtiti switch in for Lenglet. And that's only if Umtiti is healthy, right? Because he's always injured. Because those last three games that we're gonna play for the year are gonna be very vital. That's basically going to define where we're gonna sit in the UCL group and where we're gonna sit in the league. And this could only happen if we rotate right in the beginning of that month. So if we do manage to pull all these wins off, we'll sit at the top of the UCL group and then sit on top of the league. Meaning we're going to be 4 points ahead of Real Madrid after winning that Clasico that we're going to play on December 18th. So coming into this month, I want to summarize it. It's all about rotating the squad. Don't overuse the team. Even Messi should rest, especially against that one game against Mallorca. We should have Messi come off the 70th minute. We should have De Jong or Arthur come off in the 70th minute and give more people playing time, like Rakitic or Vidal or Ansu Fati or Perez. We have the squad to do it. So I trust Valverde coming into that month where we're gonna have a Clásico and 2 UCL games. We just have to use the players right. We have the players. We have the resources. We have enough players to stay away from mental fatigue and physical fatigue, because that month of December is gonna demand a lot from Barcelona. But I do believe, I do think that the players that we have and the coach that we have, we could pull this off. And so if you ask me, I'm ready for it. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys for taking the time to look at my video. Please like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time.